Everyone, it's Sangad, aka Zero. Welcome back to Dream Daddy. Like I said in the last video, we're actually going to be going after Hugo, so I can actually line up on him. And I'm actually going to go through all three of his dates, so hopefully everything goes good. So let's jump into this. So, Hugo is a middle school teacher. He says middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholarly articles on 19th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you are here to tell me that my son put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know, and I'm sorry. So, on a Friday night, he is apparently kind of to brew a strong tea and paint miniatures. Kind of cool, kind of nice. If you had one thing to take with you on a deserted island, he said he would take A Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust. I don't remember that book. I haven't ever heard of it. His turn-ons are muscles. Okay. So when he was growing up, he wanted to be a movie star. His favorite movie genre is documentaries on art history. Sorry. His ideal date is apparently them each reading a book on opposite sides of the couch in a comfortable silence, which that's kind of creepy. So he would never leave his glasses at home, but apparently he's forgot them. He gets them a lot. He spends a lot of time thinking about worrying about people who are against e-readers are more in love with the idea that books can actually read them. Okay, so we'll go on the date. If I can actually get this thing to line up right. Alright. Here we go. Dad tip 1, don't forget to floss every day. Tip 78. Try not to make assumptions about people. It's actually a good one. I navigate to Hugo's dad book page to try it and type out a message. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Want to hang out sometime? I'll have 3 moments before the computer dings. I'm so glad you messaged me. And I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favor to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come by and replace them? Uh-oh. I completely understand if you don't want to or can't make it, but I'm gonna be honest with you here. It's the middle school class. I need as much help as I can get. I think about it for a moment. That's a lot of screaming kids that I'd be accountable for, and they're in middle school. Arguably the worst age to be in.
Oh.
Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Her eyes are a little puffy, almost if she's been crying. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, are you alright?
I'm fine.
Oh, of course, I'm fine. I just got to thinking about the Backstreet Boys. They had a reunion. The Backstreet Boys are back, alright. But they're different. Something's wrong with them. Like, they're a dream someone once had, but can no longer remember. And no one's talking about it. They just go on like everything's normal. Why are you lying to me? I'm not. I'm perfectly fine. Alright. I don't believe her, but I'll let her go for now. Hey, how was middle school for you? Well, her eyes just like changed back to normal really quickly. Bad, but nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible. Everyone sucks. No self-awareness. Just a bunch of hormonal teenagers locked in a gross old building for 40+ hours a week, doing long division and starting fights over, I don't know, pizza day? Top 40s pops. Top 40 pops. Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. What was your middle school experience like? I don't remember. I don't remember. It was so long ago. We probably rode dinosaurs to class and bartered for lunch with tiny skulls of animals we had slain. You probably had to walk uphill in the snow, snow both ways too, huh? And we liked it. See, middle schoolers are... Can't speak today. Wait, why are you asking about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. Just wanted to know what I was in for. You get to go to the aquarium. Are you kidding me? The last field trip I got to go on was to the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. Oh, is that why you won't eat clam chowder anymore?
Hey.
No, it's because Bobby Willingham threw up into one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who saw it happen. It haunts me. Right, let's leave the story firmly in the past. Anyway, you should just do it, Mr. Vega. Sounds like he could really use the help, plus you get to hang out with cool fish. Amanda, I get tired. I get kind of a weird. I will eventually be able to speak in full sentences. Amanda, I get kind of weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. What are you worried about? What are you worried about? That whale's gonna pop out of the touch tank and swallow you whole? Don't you put fear in my heart. Wait, was that heart or head? Well, they do have penguins there. Yes, they have penguins there.
Hey.
Then it's settled. Penguins outrule fear of oceans. I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. I arrive at the aquarium to find that the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddled around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end. Hugo jogs up to me looking frazzled. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo, it's been a debacle of all morning. We're shorthanded and most of the kids won't stop screaming. And I'm sure you know, in the case with all middle schoolers. I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar.
Oh.
Great. Well, it's you, me, chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here. Hugo walks over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to start. Can you guys put your phones away? All the kids look up for a moment to stare at Hugo, then they go back to texting. At least they're quiet. Too quiet. These guys are up to something, I can feel it. There's no way they're too busy talking about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school after all. We'll see. The class starts filing into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive stapled paper, packets of paper to each kid. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, this will be for your grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. The kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet?
Hey!
Honestly, it's just busy work, so the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asked them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. Teacher Sachs. I like it. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books? We just did a unit on the old man in the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays.
Oh!
I guess it's time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal selection of tropical fish. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments, while they text, Hugo and I wander over to the larger tanks. The larger tank filled with brightly colored fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with the long spines. However, there's a lionfish. Do you know their stomachs can expand up to 30 times their size?
Hey!
Well, their spines are venomous too. Nature is hardcore.
Oh!
You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, guppy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank.
Oh.
That's stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world. And they just, like, keep it in here? Oh, they're relatively harmless as long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them?
Oh.
Tissue narcosis. Cool. Nature is wild. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel overwhelmed I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Hey, see that fish over there? That one? Yeah, that's the blue-nosed wigglefish. Yeah? Did you know that... This fish openly supports the legalization of marijuana. I didn't know it was so progressive. Times are changing, man.
Oh.
Wait, are you serious? No. I'm playing it for the gag here.
Ah.
Good one. We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around in a massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who start fighting over a Capri Sun. I walk around the room, reading the tiny blurbs about different fish swimming inside the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripples in the water cast blue moving shadows across his face. For someone surrounded by angry hormonal preteens, he looks to be completely peaceful. He looks really cute in the light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. Wow.
Oh.
I walk over to join him. Beautiful, isn't it? A great many mysteries lie in the ocean. It truly is fascinating to be able to observe it in the setting such as this. That's a very astute point, Zero. We stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. We eventually make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing the kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. I stand around the edges of the tank and keep a weary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of narcotious plants these horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands. Hugo rolls up his sleeve and sticks his hand in the water. Don't you want to pet some rays, Zero? Oh, I think I'm good. I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Ugh, can't speak today. Come on, it'll be fun and informative. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of those things are, but I get the feeling they will probably bite me in my delicious hands if given the chance. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their bars removed. The horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones are perfectly safe to touch. Against my better judgment, I approach the tank, slowly dipping my hand into the cold water. I touch the stingray as it glides past me. See, not so bad. It feels like fun, slimy leather. Things get a lot easier, get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right? I dive my hand back into the tank and with renewed vigor of ocean life. I poke at some sea urchins and feel the hard carapace of a horseshoe crab. Wow. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. I pull away, blushing. Hugo smiles at me. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Sorry, I was just getting a little carried away. So, wait, that girl over there looks suspicious. What's that? Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on. Susan, get back here. Hugo runs after a middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit. Want to tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Want to tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. I walk out of Hugo and the girl. I think we need backup. Look, kid. We don't have time for games here. Yeah, I'm playing the bad cop, so I guess this one we don't have time for games here. Whatever it is, it goes back into the touch tank. Now, you're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do. Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. It lands with a wet slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts moving.
What?
Hugo leans down and unzips the backpack. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back into the tank. She gives a disapproval look. Jesus, Suzanne, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. To where? Outside? Where he was going to die? Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, and hands where we can see him. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder. Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here. Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of smaller tanks, sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surroundings.
Oh!
Look over here. Hugo points to some horseshoes, some seahorses gathered at the bottom of the tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth.
Oh.
That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey kids, come check this out. That's it. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A little murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phones. Fun fact: male seahorses can give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. Man, we thought we had it hard. I wonder if they had to deal with their kids' awkward teenagers too. All, however, many thousands of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo.
Yes.
It's not really my specialty, but I do make it a point to learn as much as much possible whenever I can. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. We'll get there. We finally make our way to my favorite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Do we get to see penguins?
Hey!
Yes, we get to see the penguins. Hell yes. Our group of kids run around the exhibit. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin enclosure, trying to get their attention. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I worried about? This isn't too bad.
Sweet Manchego!
Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. Oh my god, there's a student in the penguin enclosure. Wait, just kidding, it's very bad. It's one of ours. Isn't it one of ours? It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. I look over to the penguins and see a determined-looking girl crouching behind a rock. She's just out of sight of one of the employees. Over on the side of the enclosure, I see the door to the exhibit ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We gotta stop her before staff sees and bans our school for life. Hugo looks around. I'll create a distraction. Hugo runs toward the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room.
I don't know.
Everybody. I have an announcement. The whole room turns towards you. Here's a fun fact I bet you didn't know about penguins. Everybody just stares at Hugo, confused. Well, this is my shot. I run to the enclosure and am greeted by a cold blast of air. Hey. The girl whips around to look at me. Her nose is pink from the cold. You can't be in here. Neither can you. I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy that I just end up slipping. I catch myself before hitting the ground, but the girl is still laughing. Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So I can understand some confusion when we're discussing the birdness of penguins. The crowd is still, however, somehow entrapped. Kid, what are you doing? What are you even doing? I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom. Where are they gonna go? They're gonna live in my closet. Look, I just don't even have enough time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here. Not until I save a penguin. Little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates, with some exceptions. So they don't all live in cold climates. If you're still cares about that. Did I mention that they don't fly? The crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. I'm trying to actually think on this one. Lay down the law, try to reality bribe her. prepare to raise my voice at Molly and then hesitate. Is it weird for me to raise my voice at a stranger's kid? Like, is it parenting faux pas or something? Money. Give me money. I'll give you $20 right now if you leave me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay, well, give it to me right now. I reach in my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well, I've got 12 and some change. Also, there's a button here. Is that enough? Pay me the other 8 later and we have a deal. We moved to shake on our arrangement before I suddenly realized there's a wave of penguins on their way back to the enclosure. We're gonna have to block these birds. Penguin minigame.
Block that bird!
Bad penguins. No, stay back. Spam them. No, stay back. They don't really go very far back, the problem. No. No, bad penguins, bad penguins, bad penguins.
Drive that team!
I had to have more than $12 because I'm sitting there just chucking out lots of it. So only 3 penguins escaped. Oh, sweet. Bribery works. I think I kind of broke the game because all I'm hearing right now is the hand thing going in my headset. Okay. Phew, glad that's over. Just in time, too. Looks like Hugo's wrapping up his diversionary penguin speech. That's why I think penguins are one of the best animals in the world. I hear people in the audience clap out of a sense of duty. Everyone stares. Everybody starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over. Molly, what are you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that the penguins can only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have had a dead penguin on your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts. No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me $8.
Whoa!
What? I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan, I suppose so that they can compare animal beef notes. You're not off the book, Molly. Or off the hook. Zero, did you just bribe a child? Yeah, kinda did. It was the only way to get her out of the exhibit. I'm not proud of what I've done. I'm not proud of it either, or of my Penguin Facts lecture. Apparently, Penguin Facts is trademark. But at least we got out. We got her out. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop. We make our way back, out to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium and the kids load onto the bus, Hugo pulls me aside. Hey, Zero, thank you so much for helping me out today. You're a lifesaver. It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun. Let me take you on our... Let me take you out next time and to make it up to you. Like, you like cheese boards. I think it's like actually... Yeah, I think it's this one. Oh, sweet, good. Great. Well, I gotta go make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around. I'll walk inside to find the house empty. I wonder where the panda's at. Before I know it, Amanda pops in through the front door. What'd you up to tonight? Just doing some homework. How was the aquarium? It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin.
Aww.
We've all been there. I had to run in and grab her before any of the employees saw. You gotta go into the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us? Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the vigilant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend some time with Hugo, though.
Ah.
I'm surprised he helped complete a covert op. He's usually kind of a what? Kind of a stick in the mud. He's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. Alright, too much adventure for me today. I'm gonna go rest my eyes.
Ah.
You mean take a nap? There's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father. That's tip number 20. Keep your word.
Looks like Paradise Lost just got found.
Okay. Well, I'm doing my afternoon word jumble. I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if he's got any coupons today. The nice mail person slides a couple of letters and a large yellow envelope through the slot. It takes a couple of tries to get them to get in. Hey, my coupons. Take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. Amanda. She yells through the door. What? I have something for you. I'm kind of busy right now. Can you come back later? Okay, just thought you want this big old envelope we got from HIA.
Alright.
Immediately, Amanda pushes her door open. Ornate Institute for the Arts? I mean, if you're busy, I can come back later.
Got this.
Father, please. I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and slips out a piece of envelope. Oh, spits out. She pulls out a letter and unfolds it.
Oh.
And this month is killing me. This is her dream school. Amanda's face is unreadable. I can't believe this. Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't.
Hey.
I got in. Oh, I got in. Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. She pulls away and looks at the letter again. Oh my god, I really can't believe I got in. Well, of course you got in. You're a great student. You nailed that interview, and your photography is incredible.
Oh no.
Wait, Dad, I know this one's really expensive, and it's so far away. I think for a moment, HIA was one of the more expensive schools that Amanda applied for, but I know she's had her heart set on it for the longest time. It'll be tough, but we're gonna make it work. Real? Of course. Amanda hugs me again.
Hey.
Thanks, Dad. Okay, sweetie, we're celebrating tonight. Dinner, your choice, wherever you want.
Yeah.
Wherever you want. Wherever. Amanda and I walk along the bayside, tearing into our foil-wrapped burritos from a nearby food truck. You could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay Coast. Cost was a determining factor. Please, Dad, you know I'm a simple gal. Just give me a burrito with a view. I can't say I'm mad. Amanda and I sit on the patch of grass and watch ships sail lazily through the bay. And the dorms are right near a bunch of cafes. And there's all these galleries nearby, and there's a discount if you bring your student ID. And Amanda, slow down. You're gonna choke on your burrito. I know. I'm just excited. Did I mention the students get their own studio space once they're seniors? And we get all the professional photo editing software for free. It's nice to see Amanda so enthusiastic about HIA, but I wish she wouldn't do it between bites of burrito. I thought I taught her to chew with her mouth closed. I wonder who my roommate's gonna be. You take a survey online and they match you with someone with a similar major and interest. I bet we're gonna be best friends. Craig and I were. A good roommate can be a lifelong friend. But don't even get me started on bad roommates. Oh no. I'm just kidding. We didn't have a bad roommate. Our only other roommate was a puppy that Craig brought home one night. We spent a semester fabricating a story about our new foreign exchange student who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog would bark. Craig rules. Or Carl rules. Oh. Oh, they let you have animals in the dorms if you get a note saying you need one. I bet I could forge one. I think I'll get a rabbit, or maybe a snake, or maybe both. Would the snake need a rabbit though? Oh boy, I think I'll leave that up to you. She's so excited. I don't want to disappoint her, but I need to be real for a second. So you know that I had that talk with Mr. Vega. He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he? What? No. I don't want to put a damper on the good news, but I need you to knock it out of the park these last few months of school, okay? If you really want to go to Hornets, we need that scholarship money. I know you can do it. Okay. I promise I'll try harder. I pat her on the back. Think you can handle a 14-hour drive to come home for the holidays? There's gonna be some treacherous ice roads to cross. And don't even get me started on the paranormal occurrences. Well, it'd be worth it if I get to see you. My eyes immediately well up with tears. Oh, Tad, don't cry. Sorry, I'm just very, very proud of you. You're all grown up now, and you're such a good person. And I hope you know how important you are to me. Dad, stop. You're gonna make me cry too. It's too late, honey. It's happening. Dad, I can't get tears in my burrito. It's gonna make it taste sad. I pull Amanda in for a hug and kiss her on the forehead. Love you, kiddo. Love you too. I mean, I love the story. It's actually a very cute story.
You've got dads.
Oh, I have something. Wait, what is this? Dad Mason. I guess like Amazon for dads. Hey, this is Steven from Dad Mason. I'm out front with your delivery. Oh, okay. So I'll be right there. I'll be right down. Wait, no, sorry. I need to put on pants first. I can't fit my pants, but I'm wrapped from the waist down in the duvet. Are you cool with that? I can come back tomorrow. No, wait. I'll be right down. I need to find some sensible put on pants. Wait, is this actually like a mini game now? Or do I actually like pick pants? Oh, I got a package. Wonder what it is. Oh, I bet it's that package of socks I ordered. I open the box and start pulling the packing peanuts out. Man, these socks reek. Okay, that's definitely not socks. It's butterflies. Oh boy, I almost don't even want to know what Amanda was planning on doing with these. Hey Amanda, your box of dead butterflies is here. What's up? Are you sacrificing them? What? You ordered butterflies? You can order dead butterflies online? Wait, so these aren't yours? No, but I'm definitely ordering some right now. Okay, love you. I take a look at the box again. Oh, this is addressed to Damien's house. Bring the box to Damien. I should take it over to him. I drive over to Damien's house with the box. I pull back his door knocker, but suddenly the door opens. Mr. Frost, to what do I owe the pleasure? Whoa, how did you know I was about to knock? I don't know. Oh, okay. Anyways, I think this got delivered to my house by mistake. I hand him the box and his face lights up. Oh, what a wonderful surprise. I was just about to send a strongly worded letter to the courier service about this. Many thanks. Not to pry, but what are you gonna do with these butterflies? Would you like to see? Alarm bells ring in my head. This is how you die, Zero Frost. Sure. Really? It's in your head that you're gonna die, and you just go right on in. Damien leads me into his study, where he sets up some sort of workstation. Above his desk is a wall of pin butterflies, moss, and beetles. Oh wow, that's really something, Damien. I'm quite proud of my little collection. You do all this yourself? Of course, I find it rather relaxing. How do you... It's simple. Here, let me show you. These aren't ready quite yet. They'll need to be rehydrated overnight, so they're easier to work with. I have some over here that are ready to pen. Damien takes a seat at his desk while I hover behind him. He picks up a little triangular paper package and snips off the edge. He pulls out an all-black butterfly and shows it to me. It's rather exciting about this one. It's a turquoise swallowtail. He gently opens the wings, spreading the butterfly out on the table. The back of the wings are a gorgeous iridescent color green.
Ugh.
Green color. Yeah, sorry. Oh, and these pigments on this one are just so nice too. Anyways, pinning a butterfly is actually very simple. It just requires a delicate touch. First, I'll put a pin in through the thorax. Damien slides a pin through the middle of the butterfly and places the butterfly on a piece of styrofoam. He carefully arranges the antenna with 4 scripts and begins placing paper and more pins around it. He does this so effortlessly that it's almost hypnotic.
Ugh.
I have a frame here that I think this one will look quite pretty in, but I'll need to let it sit for a couple of days until it's ready. And then what? I remove all the pins and put on display with the others. Take a closer look at Damien's collections. One with bright blue wings keeps drawing my eye. This one's pretty. Damien takes it off the wall. Ah, yes, that's Blue Morpho, one of my favorites too. He hands a small frame to me. Here, I think this would look lovely in your home. Oh, I couldn't take this. I insist, believe me. I have more than enough. Thank you.
Oh.
If you ever have an interest in pinning some insects yourself, you know where to find me. I think I'll leave that to you. I feel like I'd probably break them in half with my butterfingers. Nonsense! You have beautiful, sturdy hands. You would make a fine taxidermist. Am I blushing? Gideon walks me to the door and gives me a warm smile as I leave.
Ugh.
You take care of yourself, Zero. Thanks for allowing me to share my odd little hobby with you. Okay. Well, we just found out that Damien likes
Welcome.
taxidermy.
You've got dads.
Okay. So making sure that none of this is going on. Okay. Alright, so we've done date 1 of Hugo's. Now we gotta do date number 2. Because you guys wanted me to date Hugo first, so we're gonna be doing that one. So let's go with the second date. I take Hugo. I should take Hugo up on his offer to hang out. I had a lot of fun with him at the aquarium. I'll type out a message to him on Dadbook. Hey, still want a cheese board? Hugo responds within a few minutes. Colin is still a humongous shithead. He won't stop sending the same picture of Jackie Chan in a mesh shirt to the printer, and it's a nice picture, but it's wasting my paper. Whoops, sorry, I meant that for another teacher. But seriously, he's insufferable. There's pictures of Jackie Chan everywhere. I type back. Save a couple for me. My Jackie Chan scrapbook is a little light on content, and I think this would really round it out. Ha, let me get back to you after class, and I stand up from the computer and stretch. Well, guess there's only one thing to do now. Dad nap. I hop on the couch and turn on some Antiques Road Warriors from background noise. I got this ornate cabinet from a yard sale for $5 in 1998. To be told that it once belonged to a Confederate general is a huge surprise. This will feed my tribe for weeks. I really like the way the appraiser's voice echoes through the mouthpiece of his leather armor bondage gear. Maybe this is a SMR thing that Amanda keeps telling me about. I drift off to sleep. Hey, sorry about that. Colin is in the principal's office now. He says he knows Jackie Chan personally, and that Jackie won't be happy to hear about this. I'm jolted awake by a Dadbook message from Hugo. I get off work in a little while, and I continue to be very serious about the cheese board. Fumble out a reply. Yeah, so am I. Hugo and I work out the details, and I'm all set to meet him in a few hours. Amanda walks on the door just as I'm about to leave. What's up, Buttercup? Just getting home from school. Where are you going? Oh, I have a meeting with the board. The board? A cheese board. is what I mean. Is what I meant. I'm getting cheese with your teacher. Will you be able to fend for yourself until dinner time? Yeah, I'll live, but only if you can talk him into going easy on me for the final. Sorry, buddy. That ball's in your court. What's in my court, you ask? Just a variety of delicious cheeses, meats, and their accompanying crackers. Maybe some olives, just a little bit of fig jam. Yes, I get it. You're excited about the cheese. Sweetie, you'll get it one day, but now I gotta see a man about some manchigo. Please leave. I walk into a quaint French diner, and Hugo weighs me down to a booth in the corner. He looks pretty tired. Long day. Every day is long when you teach middle schoolers.
Oh.
Colin started a gambling ring. The pictures of Jackie Chan were just a cover. He's bartering in those little rubber band bracelets that are also shapes. Is that the ones that parents think mean sex stuff? Those ones, yeah, but the reports are just the sensationalist news media capitalizing on the fears of suburban parents as well. At least I hope. Yikes. Right now I'm very ready for some fine wine and some delicious cheese. A waitress stops by and takes our order for the biggest cheese plate you have. For the love of God, please just put the cheese in my mouth, and recommends us some wine. Do you two want a scoreboard for trivia? There's trivia? Yep. We're starting in a few minutes. Pretty much everybody here is playing.
Yes.
We love to play, right, Zero? Yeah, sure. Waitress hands us a scorecard and a few pencils before leaving. I might not be much help here. I'm not very good at being smart, I guess. Come on, I doubt it'll be too hard. Zero. I turn to see Matt and Brian here with their daughters. Looking like they're ready for trivia, they come up to our table to greet us. Hey guys, you all here for the old question and answer game?
Hey.
Yep, we come here every week, but Brian and Daisy carry the team. Gramista and I are just here for the cheese. Provolone 2, Provolone 2, Lost in New York, have been reigning champs for the last month. Man, Brian's great at trivia too. That raises the stakes. Great name though. Solid team name. That's Carmista's claim to fame. It hurts me how good I am at puns. Like father, like daughter.
Oh.
You guys gonna try to give us a run for our money? We'll see what we can do. Probably this one, I think. We'll see what we can do. We can do to not hurt your feelings too bad. The cheese will taste so much better with a side of victory. Hugo and I bump fist. Tag team champions. We'll have to think up a good team name, but I think this will be fun. Good luck. Brian, Matt, and their daughters head back to their table. Well, I guess we need a name. Got any good ideas? Craigslist Swiss connection. We'll do the Real Monsters. Real Monsters. That'll do just nicely. The waitress comes back with our cheese board, and we reveal in its glory. Already I can see a piece of cheddar with my name on it. I pair it with some strawberry preserves and slide it into diary into ecstasy. Cannot really be able to speak very well today. There's such a fine variety of cheese and I'm positively overwhelmed. A quick dip into the seasoned nut, a slice of savory yet salty Gouda, or perhaps I'm not apparently good at like all the cheese names. Crisp topped with honey and goat cheese. I'm so happy. Hugo raises his glass at me.
Oh.
Cheers to cheese. Hey, a middle-aged man in the backwards cap, baseball cap, sunglasses, and cargo shorts drives out of the back with the frantic energy of radio DJ. Everybody ready for some trivia? Restaurant cheers. Oh man, looks like everybody's really into this. That's what I like to hear. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Quizmaster Quinn. My actual name is Richard. I don't like the alteration. More cheers. I see you brought your children here tonight. That's cool. My children won't speak to me. Haha, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking around. Classic Quizmaster Quinn humor. It's actually my wife that won't speak to me. She doesn't want kids. Let me get into some questions. So the first category is literature. Excellent.
My feelings hurt.
You know who loves literature? My dead father. I looked up to him so much.
Whoa.
More jokes. Classic Quizmaster quips. Just trying to keep it light here, folks. Just like I thought, my wife was the light of my life. Hugo, you got this literature stuff right?
Ah,
Does Frank Kavash have an irrational fear of one day waking up as a large, grotesque insect-like creature? Yes. This is the continent that encompasses the realm of Gondor, Rohan, Mordor, and Lithuania. Other notable sites include Isengent, I don't know that one, the Mikewood, and Rivendell. What is the Elvish name for this continent? Endor, I think.
Correctamundo.
Who was the writer that created Tarzan and John Carter of Mars? Edgar Rice Burroughs, I think.
Correct.
Edmund Dantes is better known as this man. The Count of Monte Cristo. That one I actually remember. The Quizmaster walks around the room. I think he's doing crowd jokes. He's doing crowd work. He stops by mine and Hugo's table. Oh, nice cheese plate you got there. Thank you. How's that cheese tasting, big guy? Good. Great. Cheese used to be my favorite food, but I developed a lactose intolerance later in life. I'm sorry to hear that. I also developed cynical depression. Oh. But people don't tell you to just get over your lactose intolerance, right? Nobody's like, have you ever tried exercising to get rid of your deliberating diarrhea allergy? Or you just need to choose not to let your throat close up when you eat brie? Anything? Does that scan? I'm trying to workshop my routine here. Quizmaster Quinn wanders off to another table. Who wants to start the next round? More cheers from the audience. The next round is cinema. Oh man, I love movies. Sometimes I'll retreat into them for days on end because obsessing over a fictional universe is easier than engaging with my real emotional problems. Proto Baggins, am I right? Is he okay?
oh no.
I think it's just a character. This character, I hope. Future cinema. Spotty. I don't know a lot about movies, but if there are questions about bad horror movies, I can be of service. That'll be an interesting one. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure. In Return of the Jedi, what does Luke ask Leia if she remembers? That one's their mother. I remember that one.
Correct.
What entertainer makes fourth wall breaking appearances in the film Gremlins, in the Gremlins 2? I want to say Hulk Hogan.
Correct.
Which of the 80s horror movies dies not feature an Indian burial ground does not feature an Indian burial ground as part of its setting? The Shining had one. Within the Woods. I think Poltergeist.
Correct.
Seems like you're doing pretty well, but we're neck and neck with Brian and Matt's team. These guys are pros. I look over to their table and give them a friendly but competitive nod. I look eyes with Brian. He gets a much sterner nod. And the next category is wrestling. Okay, we're not totally boned. Hugo grabs my arm.
Ah!
Wait, I got this. Huh? Man, you know who I was about to get, who I want to wrestle with? Literally anybody. I crave human interaction. Please put me in a show cold. Please, it's been so long since I've been held.
I am sad.
I in the background just said, I am sad. I can only process my emotion by by making jokes out of them.
All right.
Let's start the quiz. Remember, this is the lightning round. The first people to answer get the points. Look over Hugo. He's focused. He's in it to win it. Question 1. This was the original name of Stone Cold Stephen Austin in the debut of WWE. Hugo's hand shoots in the air. Yes? The enthusiastic one over there. Steve Austin debuted as the Ringmaster.
Ah!
That is correct. Points to Real Monsters. Next question. This city was the location of the first ever WrestleMania.
Oh!
Hugo's hand shoots up again. Yes, the one who looks like he has known the answer for his entire life. The first WrestleMania was held in New York City, New York, at Madison Square Garden in 1985.
Correct.
Another correct answer for Real Monsters. Hugo destroys these questions. Oh, he's so passionate about this. I've never seen him act like this before. It's honestly kind of hot. Oh, a tough one. This title match went down in history as the shortest match at WrestleMania to date. Hugo jumps up more excited than I ever seen him.
Oh!
Carvo versus Kane.
Incorrect.
Oh, sorry, Bucko, but that is incorrect. The answer is actually Daniel Bryan's versus Sheamus at WrestleMania 28. No, that's absolutely wrong. The real record is Chavo Gurno versus Kane, WrestleMania 24, March 30th, 2008. Kane took down Cavo with one chokehold slam and pinned him for the 3 count. I will not stand for this travesty.
I'm so sad.
Hey man, I'm just reading the card here. I don't actually write these. Well, you're still wrong. What are you, my ex-wife? The crowd erupts in laughter. Hugo blushes. He retreats back to his chair.
Oh!
Fine. Wow, Hugo seems really fired about that. Wait, where did he get this encyclopedic knowledge of wrestling? How do you know so much about wrestling?
I don't know.
Oh, just pick stuff up. That sounds suspect, but it seems like he doesn't want to talk about it. I turn my attention back to the Quizmaster. Alright. Looks like we're going down to the final category. And it's a close one between Provolone 2, Lost in New York, Brian and Matt, high five, and Real Monsters, Hugo and I, high five. We look over to Brian, Matt, Carmista, and Daisy. All playfully give us thumbs up and stick out their tongues. I had a big chunk of cheddar without breaking eye contact to show them just how serious I am. The final category is cool animals. Animals, huh? I never could take care of another living thing. Hell, I can barely take care of myself. I'm falling apart. Anyway, here's the questions. The Canary Islands were named after what kind of animal? Dogs? You'd think the Canary Islands would be actually birds, but
That's right.
what is the last animal that appears in the dictionary? The weird bat thing.
Correct.
What mammal has the thickest concentration of fur in nature? The adorable otter.
Correct.
Little otters.
Mundo.
All right, I'm just gonna come around and collect your scorecards, and we'll see who came out on top. Remember, the winning team gets $25 to Phil's Auto Care. If you need a car part, Phil's will fulfill all your needs. Everyone oohs and ahs. God, I want that gift card. The Quizmaster goes to the back to tally up the score. I pick out what's left of our cheese plate. There's a bit of brie here that tastes absolutely divine on a cracker with a little bit of honey and dried apricot.
Hey!
So, what are your plans after our big win? I'll probably retire, take Amanda somewhere tropical, drink something out of a coconut. Anyway, always wanted to do that. What about you? I'll take my winnings to Colin's gambling ring, bet it all on black. Walk out of there with more rubber bands in the shape of animals than I know what to do with. Bold, but I like your style.
Ah,
You want the last piece of Arvetta? Nah, that's all you. You definitely earned it. After a couple of minutes, the quizmaster jogs back into the room. Everyone immediately quiets down, waiting with battered breath for the results. Who will win the Covenant gift card? I really hope it's us. Hey everybody, we've had a great night. Lots of goose, lots of laughs. A little bit of light crying in the back, but that's neither here nor there. By a landslide, the winner of tonight's contest is... Real Monsters! Come on down and get your gift card for Phil's Auto Care, where Phil's nominal service is...
I'm so sad.
God, I can't do this anymore. Please just take the gift card. I motion for Hugo to go get the gift card, and he shyly slinks out of the booth to grab it. He pauses for a moment and gives the quizmaster a hug with a few pats on the back. The quizmaster sobs just a little. What the... Did you notice that in the background of that when he left, Matt's, image was behind him? It's kind of creepy. Hugo makes a victory lap back to our table and gives me a high five. Real Monsters is unstoppable. Real Monsters is great. May all real monsters reign for 1,000 years. Hey, great work, guys. You guys did awesome. We'll be seeing our real monsters again next week. I look over at Hugo, who smiles. Maybe so. You make a pretty good team, huh, Hugo?
hey!
Hugo blushes. Hugo and I walk back around our cul-de-sac, basking in the glow of our win and nursing our cheese-filled bellies. Man, we crushed it.
Hey!
Finally, enduring the screams of young children for years on end has paid off. I will take my half of this gift card and use it to purchase many air fresheners for my car, which Ernest refuses to stop vaping in. I think I used my half to buy at least 2 tire pressure gauges to place in different parts of my garage. You never know when you're gonna need one, and I prefer to have them within arm's reach. Fine plan. Shame about that one wrestling question, though. I'm not kidding. I plan to write a strongly worded letter to whoever employed that man. Come on, there's got to be a story there.
Oh.
What do you mean? I didn't even stop to think. You didn't even stop to think about it. Just stop to think. You pulled that wrestling knowledge out like you were there you were there at the ring yourself. Oh, it's just stuff I know. Hugo, I figured you'd be better at lying about after dealing with kids with every kid in school for as long as you have. It's embarrassing. You know that's actually embarrassing. You know what's actually embarrassing? Not being able to explain basic algebra to your daughter. You know that what's definitely not embarrassing? Knowing stuff about wrestling. Alright. If you really want to know, just follow me. Hugo leads me to his house at the edge of the cul-de-sac. We step inside, and his house is exactly what I expected it to be. Neat and filed top to bottom with books and art. Welcome to my home. Sorry it's so messy. His house is actually spotless. I follow him down a hallway. What are we doing? Hugo opens the door and ushers me inside. It's pitch black. He closes the door behind us. Hugo flips on a switch, and I finally understand. Curio cabinets packed with in-box wrestling action figures line the walls, along with posters, cardboard cutouts, and even pieces of wrestling memorabilia imaginable. A giant widescreen TV sits on a decked-out media stand. I'm speechless. I look over at Hugo, who's hovering by the door, doing everything to avoid eye contact. This is really embarrassing. Actually, this is probably it. I have a lot of friends that this would be amazing for them. So I'm actually going to say this. Are you kidding? Look at all this stuff. This must have taken you forever to collect. Can I touch this? Go ahead. I pick up one of his replica championship belts and toss it over my shoulder. Do you smell what I'm cooking? I think the line is... It's meatballs. Sorry, I don't watch a lot of wrestling. I just think it's so cool how passionate you are about this.
Oh,
Oh. Yeah. I'm really into like wrestling. Well, he's blushing so hard right now. Hugo, you brought the wrong kind of pizza. Hugo, you bought the wrong kind of pizza rolls again. Looks like Ernest just got home. He's yelling in from the hallway. I can see him, Hugo, and it immediately deflated.
oh.
I told you those pizza rolls are have less sodium. I just want you to be healthy, son. Ernest comes into Hugo's wrestling room and looks around with disgust. He notices me and scoffs. I thought nobody was allowed in your precious wrestling room. I never said that. I just said you're not allowed to take action figures out of their boxes and pose them so that they're having sex with each other. Ernest gets flustered. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm just gonna go through exit stuff. Have fun with your stupid wrestling crap. Ernest leaves, then a moment later, pops his head back into the room. And your stupid friend. Ernest storms out of the room. I hear a door slam. Hugo weirdly runs his hand through his hair. Sorry about him, and sorry that I have to keep apologizing about him. He's just going through a phase, I guess. I try so hard to impress him, but it's obvious that no matter what I do, he hates me. Ernest has the thing against authority figures, and you don't get much more authoritative than a teacher dad. My ex, he gets to be the fun weekend dad, and I'm just Hugo, who makes Ernest eat his vegetables and turn his homework in on time. Hey, you love him and you're looking out for his best interests. Take it from one dad to another. Someday, he'll come to appreciate you. Maybe not someday soon, but someday. I hope so. Thanks for letting me vent. Hugo glances at his watch. Plus, it's getting kind of late. Let's do trivia again sometime soon. I would absolutely love to. I start to leave. And, hey, thanks for showing me your wrestling stuff. Maybe you can tell me about some more... Maybe you can tell me some more about it next time. Hugo smiles. Hey. That would be amazing. I'll catch you around. It only takes me a minute to walk home. Amanda's sitting on the couch, reading a book about female photographers. Wow, I thought you didn't like reading. Huh. I don't. This book is all pictures. And even my patience is being tried.
Aww.
Did you eat all the cheese your little heart desired? I'm a little happy cheese monster. But I made sure to leave room for dinner. Who wants breakfast for dinner?
Yeah.
Hash browns. Okay.
Hey.
Toast dipped in egg. Alright. Blueberry pancakes. Well, only if you'll help me make them. You know I'm the world's best blueberry sprinkler, and also totally amazing at heating up the maple syrup in the microwave. Now tell me all about that cheese board. Amanda and I spend the evening cooking an elaborate breakfast with everything we can find inside the fridge. I tell her all about the trivia, but leave out the part about Hugo being into wrestling. I figure she would probably find some nefarious way to use that information for a better grade. Yeah, she probably would, if you think about it. The girl is very smart.
I'm JK rolling with delight.
I'm sorry, that last one was just funny. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass through her room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugging against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. Amanda, get out. Okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. Wow. What has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't, I guess if she wasn't before, she wasn't now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I still think about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever bothered her. About 10 minutes later, she's supposed to leave. Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes the still freezer burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hug hanging on the wall. And I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get up and try again. Finally, I had to stop because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream. It was like nothing ever happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline for her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you hear me for a second? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, so just whatever it is, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. But whatever it is, just want you to. Whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I'm hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull out a cake out of the fridge and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting has set by now. Ta-da! Dad, it took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad. And I had to start over, and this is beautiful. It's strawberry. And then it gives me a big ol' hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve us up some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just... I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes? I guess I should start from the top. So, you know Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. The best friend?
Yes.
You got it. Wow. Proud of you. Anyway, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosa M that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, all went to the party at McKenna's F's on the same night that they all told me they were busy studying for Cal AB final. Yikes. So another important piece of information is God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah, and that's the thing. What? Whoa. I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned from the worst. Anyway, so the only person that I told about my crush with was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama. So I just kept quiet and kept going about my business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invite everybody out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back like 2 hours, and even though none of them even ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy like simultaneously. So I told them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home. Right? But we were out of chips and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable.
Ugh.
So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos without me. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalator watching them and realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there, and I'm like, "Hey!" And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt because, of course, she does. Of course, she does. And Emma R's just glares at me. Grace, nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the gossipy one. I know. Grace is the one nobody really likes, or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck, which I realize is not the most elegant thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos. Might I add, which only further contributed to this shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to MR asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. There's a lot you still following. I'll look if you. What did MR say? Oh, okay. Get a load of this. MR says, "You know what? Let me just read it to you." Amanda pulls out her phone and reads word for word and an endlessly long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I'm trying my hardest to be supportive. They were dating Zira for like months, so I told her that she's been a really terrible friend, and she's like, "Well, if you think I'm so terrible, just stop being my friend." And I was like, "Okay," and then she left me out on read, and then wait, left on a read? What's that? Oh, like she saw my message and didn't reply. And I know because there are read receipts. I don't know what read receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I talked to MMP about how mad I am because she's at least being reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, "How could you say that about me?" And I'm like, "Say what about you?" And he tells me that MMP sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that got kicked out of way. Alright, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just about stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me half of my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everybody else, but Emma R has been there since Dad died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stabs at the remnant of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do? What did I do wrong? Why did everybody just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am about that, and as mad as I am about everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. And I look so dejected, I almost can't take it. What can I possibly say to help? Anyways, that's it. That's the whole Sword Day tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. No, it's not a stupid thing to be upset over. But Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like this is my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Not real, real friends don't do that. Whenever you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that? Who would do like that to their friends? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure out that myself, and I wish I had learned it sooner. If the other person isn't putting the effort in to show you how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing, and if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I looked down at the table. Did we just eat the whole cake?
Ah.
Yes, we just ate the whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops. Yes? Thank you. You're always welcome. Love you.
I love you
Amanda.
too, Dad.
I do like that there is some, like, voice, like, some of
Welcome.
the actual voice
You've
lines.
got dads.
Oh, I got a message that's going on between Damien and Hugo. Are you up to anything? Tonight? Hugo and I are planning to go to the art walk downtown. We were wondering if you would care to accompany us. I would normally write a letter longhand, but I ran out of distressed parchment paper. Whoa, why can I see Damien and Hugo's... Whoa, why can I see Damien and Hugo's chat? Am I hacked? But I don't even have a hacker alias. The feeds are kind of bust now. The feed's kind of bust now. My door... The vets are gonna bust down my door any minute now. I gotta destroy this computer. Zero, this is a group chat. Oh, thank God. Do either of you guys know how to destroy a computer? You can run Derek's bot and nuke from the startup flash drive, but once you've done that, it's just basically destroy the players altogether. The Victorians were all versed in information security. Zero, do you want to see some art or not? Art is good. Let's go see art. See the art. Damien and Hugo invite me to the monthly art walk in downtown Maples Bay. I've never been to one of these before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm in for. I think I'm here a bit earlier. I don't see Damien or Hugo around anywhere, and I feel just a little uncomfortable standing among all these fancy art people. Zero. I turn around. It's Joseph. Joseph, what are you doing here? Joseph scoffs at me. What am I doing here? How can you ask me that? I'm obviously a huge apprentice appreciator. Apprentice?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Damien invited me to this art walk thing. I guess he invited you too. Yep. Admittedly, admittedly a little out of depth here. Thank God. I thought I was gonna be the odd one out. Are you allowed to say that? Say what? You know. Thank God. Yep. I actually get double points when I say it since I'm a minister.
Oh.
The points get you into heaven. That's how it works. Anyway, where are the guys? I look and spot Hugo and Damien, who seem to have just arrived at the gallery. Good eye. Or good evening. Or good eye. Good eve. Good eve.
Oh.
Evening, friends. Who's ready for some art? You know I am. You know I love looking at paintings that are in frames, also paintings that aren't in frames. Art is good and stuff. Well put,
Hey!
Zero. All you have to do is know that if you ever feeling overwhelmed, there's generally always a table that has free wine and cheese. I like art now. I've got the table in sights. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go help myself to some tiny wines. Uh, so what's this? First place? This particular artist specializes in landscape paintings of various locales within the American Northwest. Look at the art; it's rad art. At the risk of sounding uninformed, do all these landscapes look like butts to you guys? Damon and Hugo lean in, examining the painting in earnest. It appears as if you're correct. Valid assessment, Zero. Hey, this art's just pretty easy.
Oh.
Oh, it gets more complicated. Sometimes the butts are more symbolic. Sometimes the butts are metaphor. Sometimes art is about the butts they don't draw. Interesting. Just returns to our group with tiny cheese and wine. What'd I miss? Butts. Shame. Cheese is nice, though.
Oh.
Shall we visit the next place? We leave the first gallery and walk a few minutes before we reach another one. This gallery is a bit more crowded. Huge paintings of I'm not even sure what hang on the wall. Oh jeez. What am I looking
Hey.
for? This is abstract art. I think the more important question is, what does this art mean to you? As for the painting, concentrating as hard as I can on it means, I mean, I guess you can really go with any of these. It's a metaphor for the human condition. It reminds me, yeah, let's go with that. It seems to be an attempt to visually represent a universal experience. It's really powerful, Zero. Care to These vivid simple forms communicated a simplicity that is betrayed by the raw experiences of the brushwork, which in a way speaks to those essential natures of human experience. The scars left by the passage of time and the turmoil of contemporary life are both contextualized and deepened by the rose-colored echoes of slow down there, Zero. Just so everyone keep it simple. It's a butt. Everybody else stares at the painting. Yeah, that's definitely a butt.
Oh.
With a valid assessment, I can't help but feeling your intentional judgment may be closer to the artist's intentions. Maybe you're underestimating how much the artist likes butts. You are a servant of the Lord. You're all God's creatures, even butts. Comparing these pieces to the artist's body of work, I'm pretty sure this represents a sense of isolation he feels creating traditional abstract artwork in a field that rapidly moving towards digitalization. Wow, how'd you figure that out? That's what it says on the replace card. Oh. Let's take a look. Let's look at a few more of these. We'll walk around the gallery, sampling some more of the artist's work. I almost didn't say it, but abstract is kind of growing on me. It's interesting that the artist chooses not to let their work be defined by, what's the word? Realism. As we're looking out at one of the paintings, a patron scoffs loudly. Psst, I could do that. Hugo, not here.
Oh.
No, come back here. The patron walks away, not noticing Hugo fuming right next to him. You say you could do that, but you didn't. You don't seem to have the intellectual depths, or the artistic skill to execute a piece, even a faction as impressive as this one.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Art is the truest expression of the self, and it seems like your self is bad. So bad, your art would be bad. Hugo's insult game isn't the best, but there's no denying his passion. Damien is holding him back at this point. Friend, he's not looking. Hugo manages to cool down. He smooths his jacket. I'm sorry, I just love art so much. We know, buddy. I pat Hugo on the shoulder. You know what eats the most? Is it cheese? No. It's wine and cheese. Co-signed. The four of us head over to the wine and cheese table, which thankfully is grounded to realism and is actually wine and cheese. We got one last stop on the tour. We got one last stop on the tour. You not feeling up for it? Is it gonna be anywhere weird? I mean, weirder. Any weirder than this art? It's It is absolutely weirder than this art. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damien, Hugo, Joseph, and I walk over to the performance in the street. Several masked performers in leotards, adultly wildly on the ground, screaming both at each other and us.
Douglas.
So, quick question.
Hmm?
Shoot. What is happening? I second this question. Performance art. What does it mean?
Oh.
Again, I pose the very same question. Gee, Mr. Frost. That the very humanity of being human? What do you think they're trying to say? I believe it's less about what they're saying and more about why they're saying it. I think there's something special about performance art with almost every other form of art. Music, painting, photography. The artist uses their medium as a conduit for their emotions. With performance art, the medium is the artist. It's the purest expression of raw human emotion. It's art as... That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Damien. So what you're saying is... If I start making really loud fart noises right now, it's art as long as I really mean it? Damien fixes him with the hard stare.
Oh.
I was just gonna start making some loud fart noises based on the look on your face. That joke isn't gonna play well with this crowd.
Oh.
Wise. We watch the rest of the performance as earnestly as we can, and clap politely with the after the dancers scream their way off stage. I think it's all arted out. Agreed. We all decide to walk home together.
Oh.
We walk our way back to the cul-de-sac, tiny wine and tiny cheese sloshing around our stomachs. I think that's what I learned tonight, and not just about what I've learned about art, which was nice and extremely informative, but what I've learned tonight is that when you put a bunch of tiny wine and tiny cheeses together, it eventually becomes a regular wine and regular cheese, followed by too much wine and too much cheese. The tiny cheese lulled me into a false sense of security. I felt safe with the tiny cheese. Wax wings too close to the sun.
Oh.
Cheese wings. That would melt in the sun too. I feel like it's more appropriate image. Also, that'd be delicious. A little enthralled possibility. Hey, if you guys were painters, what would you paint?
Huh.
I actually dabbled in oil. I mostly paint landscapes. I'm not very good, but it's a nice way to pass the time.
Oh.
I think I'd focus on personal portraits of people in unique professions, like, for example, luchadors. I think I'd paint boats, seascapes, because some lighthouses, mostly boats. Really?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm surprised you were choosing boats in favor of a long history of religious imagery at work.
Oh.
What? Boats are cool. What about you, Zero? Food, artistry, landscapes, tasteful nudes to the artist. The fact that that's actually an option. I gotta go with that. Art is a money-making business. I know it sells. We finally get to the cul-de-sac. Alright, boys. Good art. Good art. Agree. See you guys around. Whether you want to or not, we're all neighbors after all. I head inside to deal with my inevitable cheese over.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Alright. I know this video's been really, really long, but we are gonna do the last date with Hugo. Because we've gotten 2 of the hearts, and we just got 1 left to max out Hugo. So, you know that they say about 3rd dates, they get pretty serious. You might not have time to browse dad, but for a while, are you ready? Yeah, we're gonna do the last of the dates with Hugo. And then we'll do another dad next video. Ever since the first night at the cul-de-sac pies, Hugo and I have made a point out of weekly visits to the trivia night. However, monsters come in first place ever since, despite Provolone 2, Los New York's continued effort to dethrone us. I've been able to do a couple overhauls of interior of my car thanks to all the Phil's Auto Care gift cards we've received. Air fresheners, car chargers, you name it. Amend is riding in the lap of luxury. Aside from the trivia nights, I don't actually get to see Hugo a lot. The end of the school year is coming up, and he seems to be having a lot of trouble dealing with the stress of teaching. I should do something nice for him. Maybe help him take his mind off of the screaming teenagers. Books. He likes books, but I would have no idea where to even start with that. He probably reads more books in a month than I've ever read in the past year. I know he's really into wrestling, but he's been reluctant to talk about it since he showed me his wrestling room. I know he's kind of shy about it, but maybe... Whatever, let's roll the dice. I think I have a plan. Hey, alright folks, looks like we finally have the points tallied up and we're ready to announce the winner. You know who else is the winner? Me, because I've finally seen how beautiful a loving wife my wife is. A few weeks ago, all the regulars staged an intervention for Quizmaster Quinn. We sat down in a circle and told him that we wanted to see him be better and love himself. He could start doing couples therapy with his wife, and last time he told us they had adopted a dog together. I'll be forever my Quizmaster Queen. I can't tell which version of the Quizmaster Quinn I prefer. There were things to like and dislike about both. Huh. And the winner is, for the 4th week in a row, Real Serious. Hugo and I cheer our small slice of entertainment, and I go to accept our gift card along with an uncomfortably long hug from Quizmaster Quinn. May our boss's reign be as long and wonderful as my marriage to my beautiful wife. We make our celebratory round of high fives to the rest of the teams, and sit down to finish our cheese board, savoring every last bite of burrito with pesto and slice of tomato. Hey, I got a surprise for me. Yes, and for once it isn't more cheese.
Hey!
Well, if you think you can somehow top that, be my guest. I pull out a book that I've carefully hidden in between one of my pockets and slide it over to Hugo. Oh. Hugo picks up the book and reads the title aloud. Harry Butt's Capri Keeper? I wanted to get you a book, but I figured you probably own every classical piece of literature, so I thought this would be fun for when you're pooping. Hugo laughs. You should flip through it. Hugo looks at me, raising an eyebrow. After flipping through a couple of pages, he finally comes across the small gift I strategically hid inside. You're kidding me. Hugo looks around, worried that he's made a scene. He leans in. You're kidding me. Hugo pulls out the wrestling tickets I hid inside the Capri Keeper. This is to the World's Federation of Wrestling Power Slam Series. You've been working so hard lately, I thought you'd like them. Like them? I love this. Thank you. But wait, there's 2. Yeah, I figured we could go together.
Whoa!
You'd go with me? Heck yeah, I need... give me one quick second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Heck yeah, I need you to explain the finer points of wrestling to me. Though. Hugo gets up, walks around the table, and effortlessly picks me up in a big bear hug. He's been this strong this whole time. Thank you. I let out a little squeak to sort of say, you're welcome. It's the night of the Power Slam. Hugo shows up to my doorstep in a loud, oversized wrestling tee. He's a little blushy and extremely cute. We've been driving for about an hour to another city for the big event. Hugo spends the entire ride Teach me all the basics of wrestling and the terminology I need to know. So it's fake, right? Well, yes and no. While wrestling in the act of hurting another wrestler is fake, the work requires remarkable athleticism and oftentimes result in actual injuries. These people are getting hurt, sure, but not the way we're led to believe. Historically, wrestling as we know it is today was created by carnivals workers to fix gambling. The people who actually believed it to be real and would bet on these matches were called marks. That we know is the technical fake, but still choose to suspend our disbelief, make us smart marks. So I should be watching this for the acrobats and the tension and the drama and even the storylines. I think that anything or anyone can tell a good story. You just take a look for the story. Even something like that we're about to experience still tells a phenomenal, sometimes understated story despite a ridiculous premiere. Wow. What? I just really wouldn't have pegged you for a huge wrestling fan. No, but I get it. I'm the bottom down teacher type. I like poetry and art history. I write dissertations on the heavy tomes of Russian authors for fun. But I like wrestling. It's a big part of who I am because it's considered kind of lowbrow. I feel like I can't share it with anybody because they'll just make fun of me. Till now. Hugo smiles to himself. Till now.
Oh.
We go into the stadium and are directed to the upper level. After grabbing some snacks, we make our way to this set of stairs. The further we go, the more my heart sinks. I had thought we'd gotten good seats, but at this point, the ring looks like a postage stamp. We finally settle into our spots and wait for the match to start. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought I got us good tickets on the lower level. I look over to Hugo, who apparently didn't even hear me. He's vibrating with excitement. This is so cool. I guess he doesn't mind. I have to admit it, I've been too embarrassed to come to one of these since I was a kid. What's there to be embarrassed about? Everybody here loves wrestling. Plus, who are we going to see that we know? We're like an hour out of Maple Bay. I guess you're right. So what do we have to look forward to tonight?
Hey!
Oh, and the lineup is stacked. All the matches are going to be great, but the one I'm really looking forward to is the Eastern Dragon match. The Eastern Dragon? Yeah, he used to wrestle as Pablo Escobar, but I guess he eventually had to change it. Wrestlers' names are weird, wrestler names are weird. He's actually an Iranian guy from Utah. Oh, so that's what your shirt's from? Yep, I've been following the guy since his debut in the Indie Wrestling League, and it's been amazing to see him rise through the ranks and into the professionals. Who's he up against? The corporate still, technique-wise, I didn't think he's that good of a wrestler, and I don't think he's even the fans like him. Certainly an interesting character, though.
Yes.
The stadium lights dim and the crowd starts screaming butt rock blast through the stadium. Sound system and some pyrotechnics set off around the ring. Ladies and gentlemen of the sold out crowd in Mill Creek, Massachusetts. Ooh, who's ready to power slam? Hugo and I scream. We watch two wrestlers, the Southern Dandy and Johnny Snowman, walk into the even more butt rock. The Southern Dandy mixes and drinks some mint julep in the ring before the match. The crowd eats it. The Southern Dandy's from Maine. Is Johnny Snowman from the North Pole? He's from Georgia, actually. After a long match, Johnny Snowman, who's dressed like a muscular elf, does what Hugo calls a German suplex on the Southern Dandy. What did I just watch? It's like a death ballet, but where oiled, muscular dudes hug each other to the point of exhaustion. You're not wrong. Wrestling is sport of communication. All these guys train together to know not only how to perform moves, but how to respond to them. It allows them to look like they're being hurt, but only kind of hurt. The crowd cheers as Johnny Stone pins the Southern Dandy and is announced as the winner. The next match features a wrestler named Generation Y2K, who comes out looking like a hipster barista. He takes stuff with the fans on the way to the ring and pauses after everyone is pauses after everyone to post it onto his Instagram. He's really playing up the millennial thing, huh? He's sort of a boogeyman to old-timer wrestling fans. His opponent, the old-timer, walks out. Oh, the crowd seems to be divided in who they're rooting for. The old-timer pulls some pretty sweet moves after he takes out a walking cane from under the stage and beats Generation Y2K over the head with it. Up against the ropes, Generation Y2K blinds the old-timer with a flash of his camera phone and is able to pin him to win the match. He takes a celebratory selfie with his unconscious opponent. During a break, Hugo and I leave to get refills from the concession stand. We wind our way through the cluster of wrestling fans to get into line. So, what do you think so far? It's okay. It's actually really cool. I'm glad I'm here with you. The wrestling is cool, but I really like seeing you so enthusiastic. It's don't say hot.
Oh,
You know, I'm kind of surprised. I was sort of expecting the crowd to just be a bunch of aggressive, sweaty old guys, but it's so diverse. I even seen a bunch of families with their kids. Everyone looks super happy to be here. Oh yeah, that's how I got into wrestling. When I was a kid, my dad used to take me and my brother to matches all the time. There's one gaggle of kids loitering in a corner that are exceptionally loud, even over the din in the stadium. Looking closer, I can't help but feel like these kids seem familiar. Oh god, I know these kids. They're Hugo's students. So don't turn around when I tell you this, but some of your students are here. Hugo immediately tenses up. Oh my god, I can't let them see me here. They'll never listen to me ever again. I position myself between the kids and Hugo, hoping that I can act as a human shield. I glance over at the group of children again and recognize that Colin kid. He kicks one of his friends in the shins and laughs. Man, that Colin kid is a piece of work. Colin is, if he sees me here, he'll never let it go. He's a master manipulator. We have to get back to the relatively safety of our seats. What's the plan? This is the sneakiest mission. We gotta be sneaky if we're gonna get back in that ring unscathed. How quiet are you? I've gotten pretty good at sneaking up on my students who are texting under their desk during class, so I can be pretty quiet if need be. Perfect. We just need to find some cover to hide behind as we navigate back to our seats. Where to? Quick, get inside of my shirt. What? There's no time to explain, just trust me. I lift up my shirt and pull it down over Hugo, his body flush against my chest. I start shuffling toward the door. People stare at us, but nobody can tell it's Hugo. At this point, Hugo is nestled gently against me. It's actually kind of nice. Once we get closer to the ring, he shimmies out of my shirt. Well, it worked, somehow. Hugo and I sit down and breathe a huge sigh of relief. Phew, that was close. Now we can hide it out for the rest of the night and enjoy ourselves in the comfort and anonymously within a large crowd. The lights dim again. This is the match you've been waiting for. The corporate shill walks out to the elevator music. He's wearing a three-piece suit and sunglasses. Once he gets to the ring, he takes off his sunglasses and rips the sleeves off. His suit jacket, flexing his arms for the crowd. One of the people from his entourage produce a graph chart, and set up in the center of the ring. The corporate shill grabs a microphone. I got a message from the Eastern Dragon. If you refer to the graph in the center of the ring, you'll see a quarterly projection of how much I want to kick your ass. The whole crowd erupts. Now, if you'll direct your attention to the Jumbotron, we all look at the PowerPoint presentation called Kick the Eastern Dragon's Ass. Keep key performance indicators. The Corporal Shield takes a laser pointer and gives a lengthy presentation on just how and why he'll defeat the Eastern Dragon. He showcases several utilized clip art graphics. That was informative. The lights dim again. A pamphlet music plays. I think it's pamphlet music. I'm actually not sure if I know what pamphlet music sounds like. The Eastern Dragon walks out to the cheers from the crowd. Aren't pamphlets a Central American thing? Hugo shrugs.
Oh.
Wrestling. The Eastern Dragon stands outside of the ring and grabs a microphone. Corporate Shill's a nice thing to see you again. More cheers from the crowd. That was a good presentation. The clip art was a very nice touch. He points to the Corporal Shill menacingly. I'm looking forward to a nice, exciting match. The crowd doesn't really know what to do here. He's not the best at trash talk, but I promise he's one of the most talented wrestlers you'll ever see. The match starts, and it's just exciting as Hugo hyped it up to be. Eastern Dragon performs some meticulously aerial stunts that make me concerned for his safety. He does what Hugo calls a moonsault from the top of the rope onto Corporate Shill. The air in the stadium is electric as these two athletes lock arms and try to demolish one another. I can't help but get into it. The Corporate Shill pile drives the Eastern Dragon, but looks passed out in the corner of the ring. He climbs up on top of the rope and motions to the cheering crowd. Oh no, he's about to do his finishing move, the Corporate Ladder. The Corporate Shill poses at the top of the ropes. The Eastern Dragon's still not moving. Could this be the end of his young career? Could it be Eastern Dragon? You can do it. Eastern Dragon. The Corporate Shill launches off the top rope. In a huge arc, he brings his elbow down on the Eastern Dragon with the full force of a Fortune 500 company putting local vendors out of business. The Corporate Shill pins the Eastern Dragon and the match ends. Hugo sinks into his chair. Man, he should have won that. I sit down with Hugo. What a match. It was amazing. I think I'm a fan of wrestling now. Hugo looks over to me and our eyes catch. I'm glad. The event goes on. We have a little downtime before the next match. We decide to just relax in our seats and avoid the middle schoolers. It's unlikely that they would ever notice us in the upper level nosebleeds. I look up at the Jumbotron. Oh, hey, they're doing the kiss cam thing. It zooms on a bunch of cute couples who all do a quick smooch to raucous cheers from the crowd. That's so nice. And then it zooms in on Hugo and I. What? What do I do here? I look over to Hugo and see the same mortified expression on his face. The entire crowd is chanting, and neither of us knows what to do. I slowly lean in, awkwardly tilting his head. Cheers from the crowd erupt all around me. I look back, Jumbotron, and see a couple behind us making out with full force. Oh. Hugo and I turn beet red and slink back into our chairs. So much for laying low, I guess. The rest of the match thankfully goes off without incident. Hugo and I eventually laugh off the kiss cam and get back to the wrestling. After the show ends, he convinces me to hang back and let the rest of the crowd exit so that we won't risk running into Colin and his awful group of friends. By the time Hugo and I walk back to his car, most of the wrestling fans have cleared out. The parking lot is surprisingly empty, save for a beat-up car parked a few spots down from us. We weirdly keep an eye out for any stray middle schoolers as we hang out by the car. Man, that was an experience. Right? It's one thing to watch on TV, but to be there in person is just wow. Thank you again. I would have never gotten to experience this if it wasn't for you. It's just me and Hugo in front of the car in an empty parking lot. I looked down. Kind of funny about the kiss cam, huh? Yeah, it was super funny. But neither of us are smiling. Logan tears up his eyes, and I can see a warmth radiating from my cheeks. We stare at each other just a little bit longer. Hey, cool shirt. I turn around to see a guy in a hoodie and basketball shorts, walking up to us, a duffel bag slung over his shoulder. I haven't seen one of those in years.
What?
Oh my god. Yeah, I got it from a trade with this guy from streetsmacksnet.net. I love the website. Someone always posting those awesome, super detailed breakdowns of the match in the indie circuit. Have you seen those? The name's like I something. JD Slamington. Yeah, that's him. Those are my write-ups. You're JD Slamington, slamming. Or you're kidding? Oh man, I'm such a huge fan of yours, of your work. It's so nice to meet you. Man, there's shakes Hugo hand. I'm honored. Oh man, I wish I could say in chat. I have so many questions, but I'll PM you on the forums if you ever want to talk shop. Absolutely. The man starts walking away. Hugo coughs nervously to get his attention again. Is there any chance you could sign my shirt? The guy turns around and beams. Sure thing. Wait. It's finally clicks into place for me. You're the Eastern Dragon. I love your work. Thank you, man. The Eastern Dragon signs Hugo's shirt and waves goodbye and walks to his car. I stand there with my mouth open the entire time. That was Eastern Dragon. He likes my work. Dude, you're like friends with the Eastern Dragon now. He's gonna PM me. Hugo and I high five. He's so excited he's shaking. Mr. Vega? Oh man. Colin and his cronies just pop out of nowhere. Oh no, here we go.
Sweet Manchego!
Colin, nice to see you and your friends all the way out here. What are you doing here? I don't see a library nowhere near us. I was watching the Power Slam series with my friend. Mr. Vega likes wrestling? What a fart knocker. Actually, that's pretty cool. Shut up, dickweed. Nah, man, that's actually rad as hell. Who are you just talking to? Probably one of your stupid book nerd friends. I actually was talking to his good buddy, the Eastern Dragon. All of Colin's friends gasp. Guys, come on, he's lying. There's no way the Eastern Dragon would hang out with these losers. Oh yeah. How'd I get his autograph then? Colin's friends lose their minds, screaming their heads off. Colin is red with anger.
Oh.
See you in class, bitch. You can't say that. Who's gonna believe you? Hugo and I hop into the car, and to the tune of more children screaming, we left all the way home. Oh, it's an hour of laughter. Hugo and I descend the stairs of his home into his wrestling man cave, where we both crack a beer. We're both winding down after an exciting evening. So, if you were a wrestler, what would your persona be? Hugo answers immediately.
Oh!
JD Slaminger, the form name I gotta represent my literal roots. My costume would be a tweed coat, and my finishing move would be a catcher in the eye, which I poke my opponent's eye out and call him a phony. Wow. I've given it a lot of thought. What about you? I would be Bomb Clarcy, Mario. I'll just go with that. I come out in orange Crocs and my hair in a ponytail, while I wield a slotted spoon. My finishing moves don't forget my spaghetti, where I bend my opponent and force feed them my delicious homemade meatballs. That could be taken so many ways. I'm just realizing that I don't actually know any wrestling moves. You know, I could teach you some. I smirk. I'm game. Hugo and I square out in the center of the room, ready to get at it. I'll go easy on you. On Mario Bertels, absolutely not. Before I know it, I'm on the floor. Hugo wraps his legs around me and squeeze. I can't move. This is a figure 4 leg lock. If I were applying force right now, you would be in extreme pain. He obviously twists my arm around and grabs my arm. Good lord, he's strong. Any movement on my end is useless. And this is the arm bar. You're pretty good.
Oh.
You can tap out anytime you like. Not a chance. Hugo flips around one last time on top of me. He hooks his arm under my leg and presses his body down on my chest. Hey. And this is me pinning you. Our faces are inches apart right now. I can't tell if I'm breathing heavily because of the physical activity or because of something else. Go for it. I lean forward and kiss Hugo, who seems just as surprised as I am. I pull back a little embarrassed, but he kisses me again. He slowly releases his submission on me and cradles my face in his hands. He presses his forehead against mine and we laugh. I guess we both win. Guess so. I pull him back in for another kiss. Do you have any more moves to show
Hey!
me? I think I might have a few.
Looks like Paradise Lost just got found.
I guess that one kind of does work though for an end of that one. Phew, I think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that her car is in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Zero, be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start? Something's fishy. Rats. What? No. I had crab cake sandwich for lunch. That's probably it. You're allergic to shellfish. Oh. Oh no. I forgot again. I forget again. Dad. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be sick. What have I done? I'm kidding. You're right, I have a little surprise for you. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. I lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. You graduating high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but Dad, I dramatically whipped the tablecloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops. No way. I figured you probably wouldn't be able to get cable in your dorm, so I thought it would be nice to take a little piece of home with you. A DVD box set of Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers. That is all 19 seasons. And bonus material including some commentary with the actual ghosts featured on the snow. The show. Dad, I love this. Thank you. She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you wanna hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally. I follow man to the back door. What? You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten this is my entire mission in life, to make a big deal out of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise, Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you.
Yeah.
Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is, fully customizable down to the type of mac. And there's ice cream cake too, the good kind with the crunchies in the middle.
All right.
I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just go have fun with your pals. All right? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everybody's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. Zero. Quizmaster.
Hey!
Hey, who's ready for the crazy graduation party? You don't have to be on right now, Gwen. It's just a party. What do you mean? It's the, You know what? Just keep the energy. Hold it close. You deserve it.
Hey!
Just like me and my loving wife deserve happiness, right? You know it. Zero. Brian, you made it.
Hey.
I want to pass up on Good Mac. What do you think of the party?
Oh.
It's not bad. Just not bad.
Ah.
Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Daisy trots up. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hi, Brian's daughter. See, how's that feel? This is a really great party. Thank you so much for inviting us. You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. Hey, bro. Bro, this is real. This is a real rager, taking our older age into consideration. I'm trying to be be in bed at a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild.
Hey!
Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye out for your fruit punch intake. You know, I'm really glad we're bros again. Let's hit the gym sometime soon, huh? Sure thing, dude. Blair and Hazel peek out of behind Craig. Yeah, you don't technically meet them unless you do Craig's date. You meet his twin daughters. Hey, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all that ice cream cake. Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Blair ate 4 pieces. Ask any witness. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and once depended on me because we look alike. I have your face. Nobody will ever believe you. Oh boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you again, Craig. Let's hang again soon.
Hey!
Totally. Tell Amanda congrats for us. Looks like you've settled into the neighborhood quite nicely. Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph. That'd be great. Well, see you later. Hey. Robert gestures vigorously to the snack table. Good stuff. Yep. See you later. Hey, man. Matt. Let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of banana bread candies ready for her. Thank you. I know she'll love that. What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for extending an invitation to my son and I. The icebox cake is divine. Yeah, thanks, dude. Good cake. Thanks for coming by. Hey, I turned to see Ernest, looking like he has something to say. Hey, Ernest. Thanks for being nice to my dad. Whoa. People are really mean to him. Sometimes. I mean, I guess I am too. But, he seems happy when you're around, so, that's cool. Well, geez, Ernest, I don't know what to say. You know, I think people get you pegged wrong. You got a soft side. If you tell anyone I told you that, I'm gonna set your trash can on fire. There it is. Also, you don't know me. Before I can respond, Ernest walks away, a cloud of vapor trailing behind him. Well, that was at least a little pleasant. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on the back porch step. The sun is setting, and everybody seems to be have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for me. Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or anything, but growing up wasn't easy. But it could have also been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Dad, you've been there for me through everything. There's been times in my life where you were my only friend. I was really scared of going to college and being so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I want to be who I am today without you. Don't cry, I swear to God, Zero, if you cry again. You're the best, Dad. I love you. And I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. Present time. Amanda hands me a tiny wrapped package. I tear the wrapping up to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kind of shocking all of our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we needed at least one together before I leave. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. Knock 'em dead, kid. Always do. Amanda and I share a hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories of us down the road. Memories to make and stuff to bring, right? I'm gonna make so much stuff, intentionally and unintentionally. You're probably gonna have to pay for most of it. It would be my honor. Amanda hops up. Looks like someone's been waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard, where Hugo is sitting on the bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna go get some ice cream. Love you, Pops. Amanda runs off to join her friends. So I'm guessing the Emma's she's her and her friends are back to being friends. Take a seat next to Hugo as the last guest makes their way out of the party.
Ah.
Sure. Thanks. It reminds me of a special night. So the secret's out, huh? Hugo likes wrestling? You know, I was really nervous to come here dressed like this, but everybody in the neighborhood everybody in the neighborhood, they're nothing but accepting of me and my hobbies. It turns out that Craig's a huge fan too. And Colin told everyone at school that I'm into wrestling, but it actually backfired on him. The kids have this weird sort of respect for me now. A few of them asked me to be the sponsor for their wrestling club. Not the Olympic wrestling. The wrestling that I like. I actually like both, but there's an important distinction. I think you know which one I'm talking about. See, just goes to show there's nothing wrong with being open about what you like.
Oh.
I agree, and as long as I'm being open, I'm also a huge fan of a very handsome dad who throws great parties for their kids and loves a good word jumble. I blush, and I'm a big fan of... Quick, think of something clever. Hugo's. This Hugo specifically. Hugo laughs.
Oh.
He dips an arm around me around my shoulder and pulls me close. He wants a soft kiss on my forehead. I'm happy here. Me too. Hugo and I watch the sun dip below the horizon together. Hey, do you think maybe later you could show me some new wrestling moves? Zero, how about I show you my pump handle pile driver? I can't help but giggle. What's that? You'll see. So that is actually the first dad date through, which is Hugo. And I'm sorry this video actually is like 2 hours long. But I did want to try to go through like the entire the date. So just like a heads up, these are going to be all of them are going to be done kind of the same, and I will post up after this video goes up. It'll be on my Twitter, so if you guys want to vote on who do you guys want to see next, I'll work on that one probably tomorrow or on Saturday, but it'll be up whatever day I do it, so be looking forward to that. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment on this video. I really like you guys being able to like say something about the video. Let me know what you guys actually think of the game. I will be happy to sit there and do anything later on. But whenever you do complete the game, you do get a special photo from that character. And that's the photo you got from Amanda. And this is what you get for completing Hugo's. And apparently it's actually a very good picture. But I'm going to end it off with this, so I hope you guys actually enjoyed. Like I said, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you all in the next video. Good, and bye.